Hello everybody and welcome to the October Kids Craft Camp. Now I realize tomorrow's Halloween, but it's never too early to start working on Christmas projects, right? Isn't that why we have Christmas in July? So I'm really excited to show you how to make these really cute pop-up cards. And today I am using the Canon printer, so we want to give a huge thanks to Canon for sponsoring this video and this whole project for you guys. But in addition to the Canon printer, I'm also using the cute little Canon Ivy, and that is to make the little mini me that we're going to use in the pop-up card. So we're going to go over all the details on that. This is really quick and simple, but I just want to make for sure that if you have any questions that you have for me during this live and you want me to answer right here on camera, go ahead and make a Q, a capital Q, and then write your question. And we have a couple people here who will either shout it out to me so that I can hear your question, or maybe even answer it right there online. So make sure you ask the questions, and if you're watching this after we're live, still ask the questions because we'll always pop back in and make sure we answer everything. So here we go. Okay, anything we need to add? All right.
We have a bunch of people who are telling us where they're from.
Oh yes, we want to hear where everybody's from. So let's do a little shout out on that.
Yeah, for sure. So Susie's from Illinois. Let's see, someone from India, Palm Springs, California, Ohio, United Kingdom.
Oh wow, I love it. I love having a very international group of people here. I also wanted to mention we do have a little giveaway today. It's a little surprise giveaway. So if you want to write in the comments what your favorite craft is that you're making for this Christmas, we will be picking one person at the end of this live, and we're going to be sending you your very own Christmas crepe paper, so you can make poinsettias, you can make little paper trees, all kinds of fun Christmas crafts with this big pack of Christmas crepe. So make sure and write your answers right into the comments right there, and Anna will pick somebody. Okay, so shall we get going? We're good to go? All right, I went ahead and pre-printed my cards. You can download these. We have them on our site. Just download the PDF. You'll want to print it. You'll want to save it onto your desktop and print it from there, and make for sure when you print it that you print it 100%. If you make it smaller, it's probably not going to be the end of the world, but go ahead and try to make it as big as possible. And then I use this double-sided matte paper, which is like a cardstock. You can see it's nice and thick, and it's matte, so it's not glossy, which I really like. And I ran it through this printer, very easy to do. I have two different versions. I have more of a kind of a burgundy, red, pink version that says Merry and Bright, and then we have a holiday cheer with the little bear, and that one's in blues. So after I've printed those, I'm ready to take the picture and print the mini me. So I picked a couple little kids here who wanted to be part of these cards, and I had them sit on the floor crisscross, and I got down on the floor so I'm at eye level with my camera and took a picture. And then when you take the picture, you can actually change the size of it right into the camera. You can kind of adjust it if you want to. And so what's really important when you print this out, this is actually the paper. The paper comes with the camera, but you can also get more, and the paper is 2 by 3, so it's 2 by 3 inches. So you want to make for sure that the knees of your little mini me touches the edge of the paper. So the great thing about this printer, this not only takes the picture, but it prints it as well, is that you can print right to the edge. So that's important because you'll want it to be the right size. So this is 2 inches from knee to knee. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is cut. Now I've cut most of my pieces, but I'll go ahead and cut the ones that I don't have. I'm using bigger scissors, and you know, if you like to use a ruler with a craft knife, if you're old enough to do that, you can just do it that way. You can use a paper cutter. And I found it worked really well just to use scissors. And I'll want to cut as close to the line as possible. This is really good practice for you to, improve your cutting skills, and to make for sure that, you can be more precise as you practice. Everything takes practice, where we never can do something perfect the first time. So this is really good practice. I love these cards because I feel like they're perfect. You know, now that we're all kind of locked home with this thing that's going on, the coronavirus, it's just really great to get a letter from someone or get a card from someone in the mail, or even if you just hand it to them. It's just such a nice touch. So I think this is such a perfect card for grandmas, aunts, uncles, your friends. I cut out all the other pieces except for this square, so I'll go ahead and cut those. Are we getting some good answers on what people are making for Christmas?
We are. So we have, let's see, Mary Maker's Project, Mary Crepe Paper Flower Ornaments, Poinsettia from Crepe Paper.
I want to see some of those.
Right. Yeah, it sounds like a lot of poinsettias actually. So.
Yeah, well, this crepe paper bundle is really great for poinsettias, and we actually have some tutorials on poinsettias as well, and they're really quite simple. So make sure and you know, look in our YouTube for crepe paper poinsettias, or even on our site you can find some poinsettias there as well. Okay, there we go. We have both of the cards ready. So now it's just a matter of folding and gluing. So as far as glue goes, I also have my little tiny scissors here. I like cutting all of the little teeny pieces with smaller scissors. It seemed to work better. So as far as glue goes, I'm actually going to be, and I forgot to turn it on, so I just turned it on. I'm going to be using a hot glue gun. If that's too much for you, if you don't like to use those, you can use the little instant tacky. You can use a permanent Scotch roller, but you want to make it sure it's a really sticky glue because you want it to hold together. Surprise, surprise, I'm not using Scotch tape today, which is unusual. So while that's heating up, I'll go ahead and cut out. I'm going to use my little scissors. I'll go ahead and cut out right around my little mini-me's. Now, you'll notice that I photographed on a white background, and that helps so I can see the line really easy. If you don't have a white background, maybe you can hold a sheet up behind you or something so that you have a solid background, and it will be easier for you to cut out your person. So, and again, this is just really great practice. This reminds me of the days when I used to make paper dolls. I keep coming back to the paper dolls. I think I like them a lot. Anything else you want to shout out while I'm cutting?
Yeah, Anna's son is on, and he's commenting, and he's a big fan of your YouTube channel.
Which son?
Fred.
Fred.
The golden llama.
Fred the golden llama. Yay. Well, thanks for being here, Fred the golden llama. And I hope you're making this card with us.
We do have other comments on what they're making. Let's see. So, I love making crafts with my granddaughter. My favorite Christmas craft is paper snowflakes and Christmas rosettas.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those are fun. Those are really great crafts for kids as well. So as you can see, I'm cutting fairly slowly. And when I get down to the feet, I don't need to worry about the feet so much, but I will go ahead and cut straight across. I'll use my bigger scissors for this. I'll just cut straight across right here because I want the little feet to touch the card. So there's that one. And then we'll go for the second one. All right. Okay, we have to fill the space with something. Brittany, as I'm cutting.
Yeah, I mean, we've got quite a few comments. There's another one. So I mostly make paper ornaments for Christmas, and I love it. And then also going back, there are more people who have popped in who are from Puerto Rico. Someone said waiting to pick up my son from preschool.
Oh, yes. Well, this is a great place to be.
Yeah.
And hopefully you can do some crafts with your son. Yeah, I love it that we have grown-ups as well as kids watching this video. I've always liked the idea of crafting with kids and, you know, doing it as an activity, a family activity. something that my daughter and I used to do. All right, here we go. My last little curve. So take your time when you're cutting these out. You know, you don't want to be too quick on it. Of course, if you're making a dozen of these because you're sending them to quite a few people, just give yourself lots of time. All right, those are ready. So the next thing we're going to do is start folding all the pieces. We'll start with the blue one here. You can see that where the white snow and the blue base, this is where we're going to fold it, but it's pretty easy. You just kind of tap it there, and this is how the card will sit up. Then I'm going to take, oh, these pieces didn't get cut, so let me cut them real quick. So you can see this little strip here. It's just white and it has some gray lines. This is going to be what helps the card pop up. And it's pretty important, but it doesn't, I mean, if you lose it or you rip it or cut it in the wrong place, you can just make one up. You'll want to make it the same size though. So as long as you match the size, you're fine. Okay, then go ahead and fold on each of the little gray lines. Can you see that, Matthew, in the overhead? Let's see here. So can you see the little gray lines there? Okay, so fold on each of the little gray lines.
We do have a question.
Yes.
What kind of paper are you using?
Okay, I am using the double-sided matte paper from Canon. It's a really beautiful matte cardstock. It's easy to cut, easy to fold. Okay, then I'm going to just run some glue right there on that tab, on the end tab, and then place the other tab right smack dab on top, like that. So you can see I have kind of a rectangle. Then I want the double piece at the bottom. So then I'm going to run a stream of glue on one side. I'm holding the double that I just glued together, and then I'll just place that right up the back. I have to say that trying to design pop-up cards is so much fun. I did a lot of research and I have some more ideas of other pop-up cards that I want to do. It's just really delightful. All right, then I'll place a line of glue right at the base. You can see right there. And I'll place it right in the corner. And I made some lines. I'll have to show you here. I'll show you on this one. If you can see it, you can see it better actually on the blue. So I made a little line right here on the top where you place that little strip of paper, and then there's a tiny line right here. So you actually have guides to show you exactly where to glue them. Then one more strip of glue goes right up the back of the card, and then you can just kind of press that into place. And if you want to fold it, you can kind of press it together and make for sure that it folds properly. Whoop. And then there you go. There's our little pop-up. But this isn't enough. I actually forgot to do this first. On your printout, you actually have these tiny little funny shapes. They look like S's. They're actually scarves. I can't even pick it up. All right, so just a dab of glue. I thought it would be fun. You know how, when you go to different rides at Disneyland or something and you look in the mirror and they have you part of the cartoon? I thought that would be fun to kind of integrate the illustration into the little mini-me, so I'm putting a little drawn scarf on each of the kids. So I'll show you exactly how I lined it up. I just placed one side and then the other, and the way that I lined it up is I'm trying not to cover his little face, but I have it tucked up just above his shoulder, and then I just overlap them. Can you see that? All right. So before I go any further, just so I don't forget, I'm gonna go ahead and do her scarf. So it doesn't matter which one you do first, but you'll wanna make for sure it shapes the right direction. So the little point goes towards the face. Okay.
It looks like brothers on, and he says this is fun. By the way.
Yay!
So we have some people having
Well,
fun.
what's Fred's brother's name?
Within range.
Okay. I like it.
And then also, are you using a low temperature glue gun?
You can use a low temperature glue gun, yes. You can use that, or like I said, use some other types of sticky, but you need to make sure it sticks really well. I get concerned about, I'm not 100% sure these will stick all the way, but I do know these will. So, and I know that the glue dots would work as well. Make sure you get like a permanent glue dot. I don't have any here in my studio, or else I would pull those out. But I kind of find it very useful to have a hot glue gun. But a low temperature is fine. All right, I'm cutting out the same piece for the other card, and I'll just go ahead and do that. And if anyone has questions about how to assemble it, this is a good time. It's really easy. I expect to see some llama cards here showing up on our, yeah, make sure that when you make your cards, that when you put them on social or have your parent put them on social, that you hashtag made with Leah so we can see them as well. Because we love to see what you guys do. All right, another one of these, and then I'll place it up her back. It doesn't really matter which order you do them in, but just know that 3 sides of this little brace will be glued. Whoops. And then there's the hot glue strings. Okay. So what else are people making for Christmas?
I feel like we are up to date on what people are making, but we did ask again, so
Okay.
let's see what comes up.
Yep, so that you can, somebody, if you've come in a little bit later, we're doing a giveaway. So we're asking you to put in the comments what your favorite craft is for Christmas, and then we'll be doing a little giveaway of some crepe paper. Okay, these are done at this point. Not done, but the little mini-me's are in. They have their scarves. So the last piece that we'll add are these little, they go right in front of them. I don't even know what to call them, but they have gifts. And I just thought one more layer of the 3D would make it really pretty. So you can see little white lines. You'll fold them on the white lines, make it super easy. And then at the bottom, you'll want to fold that tab back as well. So you can see where the color variation changes. And again, printed right onto the card is a mark, and you'll go ahead and do the long one first. So that long tab that I folded at the base, put some glue on it, and then place it right on top of that line. Make sure that the front edge of the gifts is at the edge of the line, because we'll want to make for sure that it all fits. Okay, then, easy enough, put some glue on that little tab, and then place it onto the back of the card. And as best as you can, you'll want to make that a square or a rectangle. Mine's a little bit high, so I'll take it off and try it again. You'll want to make that look like a nice straight rectangle, like that. And we'll do that on the other side.
Linda says that she's going to make wreaths, cards, and decorations. And so we're getting more responses. Katie says, my favorite craft for Christmas is making garlands for the Christmas tree.
Oh, that's fun. What does she make the garlands out of? So I'll just finish the other piece. So next month, in November, we're going to do our craft camp. I believe, let's see, is it the Friday before Thanksgiving? I guess we should have looked up the date, but Anna will tell us here in a second. And what I'm going to do is a whole virtual games you can play together. So that's going to be really fun. And it will look very similar. It will match this card. So kind of the same illustrations with the bears and the birds. Okay, there we go. So that's that. And what you can do, well, actually, I'll show you that next. So here's your envelopes. I went ahead and cut them out, and you'll just fold them right on the lines. These are thick, so you'll really want to press them down. They're nice, hefty cardstock envelopes. Try to make sure you get it right on the line so that it will fit, so that all your pieces will overlap properly. And I'm going to use the edge of my thumb to press that. And see how easy the paper is to fold. Even though it's heavy cardstock, it's really nice. It doesn't crack, and the ink doesn't crack, and that's kind of important because sometimes the ink will crack. And I'm going to press it down again. You can use a bone folder if you want to. So this is the top of the envelope, and so I'm putting this like a stamp. So if you'll let this one flip up, then you can glue these two pieces down. And you can do that the same thing with the other envelope. I'm not going to do it today, but so that's how you make those. I also added a little round piece like this. You can use it as a sticker. You can either, use a double stick tape, or even the glue dots make a nice sticker on the back, and then you can kind of make it as a seal sticker. And then what I figured out is use either a white pen or a gold pen, and you can write right onto your envelope. You can see here, I have one. Which direction should I go here? Like this, there we go. This one's gold. You can see that to Auntie, and then here's the white, and it looks super pretty. It just looks very, very Christmassy. I'm looking over here because I can see the monitor, and I can make sure that what I'm showing you guys is being seen. So there you go. There are your pop-up cards for Christmas, and I hope that you guys have fun making these. Maybe this will give you some new ideas for how you can make your own pop-up cards, but this is the time to send out love to all of your friends and family. So make sure that you come and join us next month when we do our party. But before we go, we need to make for sure that we do our little giveaway. So who is our winner?
We're still figuring it out.
Okay, we're gonna give us a second.
But we did have a really nice comment from Chris, and they said, I love making anything with lights, garlands, fairy lights, fiber optics, etc. I'm new to your craft community and so excited to start crafting.
Yes, so I love fiber optics and lights too. In fact, Anna and I, because we style all the photo shoots together, we found some really great fairy lights that have rechargeable batteries, and love that because that way we always have them. They're always bright. So look for those for sure. That way we're not throwing away batteries.
Very good. And so we do have a winner.
Okay.
It's Linda, I hope I say the name right, Borger.
Okay, Linda?
Yep. And
Fabulous. Okay.
I was looking for her answer, but she was watching along with her daughter from Missouri.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, Linda, we are going to send you and your daughter this little pack of crepe paper so you guys can make some beautiful Christmas decorations together. So make for sure Anna will connect with you so we can make sure and get your address, and we'll ship this out so you can get it before Thanksgiving. All right. We'll see you guys next month.